I'm a little late today. Today's the ninth day of me showing up, staying consistent, going live. So I want to say thank you for pulling up. If you're catching the replay, I usually chop it up with you guys before the chat shows up, man. I decided to go live a little later today because no lie, I felt like me going earlier, me working night shift, Mr. LSU in the building, moderator on Dizzy Deck. I decided to go live later because I realized like me working night shift, boy, it was a lot. It was a lot for me to go live with my schedule. So maybe right now, this might be the new time because like I got some sleep, y'all. I don't know what to do. Jalen in the building. You hit me with the questions I asked y'all. What did I eat today? I ate, man. See, my husband was supposed to be at work, but I guess they didn't have a load today. So I ate um a big plate. I ate rice, potatoes, avocado with tomato, and like fried eggs. Like I don't really like eggs for real, but the way he makes eggs, the way he showed me how to make eggs, it was a huge plate. I didn't even get to finish all of it. What'd you eat, Jaden? Would Jalen? Would you eat? Cuz let me know, guys. I really don't have a topic today. We'll see how long I'll be on here, depending on the chat. Usually, I got to come on here with something scientifical, something philosophical, but I don't really have a philosophical topic today, bruh. BD in the building. That sounds yummy. Yeah, I'm still full. I'm still full in the building. Game in the building. How you feeling? How you living? I'm feeling good, man. Like I was just saying, like, y'all know yesterday I had like a little. Some people will call it a rant fest, but just confessing how tired I am from going live. I work a night shift, so I decided let me go in a little later today. Thank you guys for showing up. It looked like Mod Squad United in this mug. There's a whole bunch of mods in here. I appreciate you guys pulling up, especially short notice. I mean, I did a community post saying what time I was going to be live, but usually Maine I'll write you consistently. Nat said these are my these are my confessions looking. Guys, y'all see I got no hat on today. I don't know if y'all didn't see me. I don't got no hat on today. Y'all probably didn't even know it was me, bro. Y'all probably didn't even know it was me. But yeah, I did my hair. I ate. I'm out here being regular today, bro. I'm acting here acting like a normal person. So this might be the new time I go live. We don't know yet. We don't know how the chat gonna look. We don't know if I go to work, if I'm more tired. We don't even know at this point. But guys, make sure y'all smash the like button. Thank you, Mr. LSU, for saying keep pushing, bro. I told you like I'm a different breed of woman. Like, I don't know, man. I've always had people admire my work ethic. So for me, I don't think it's gonna be nothing for me to do these 31 days. Act like I'm in jail or something, don't I? I don't think it's gonna be nothing for me to do these 31 days, but I did have to push back the time. Just to you feel me? I can't be out here and not get no rest. So I feel a little better. I hit the like button. I gotta run. Here's the topic. Where is God located? I love that topic, man, but it's just that usually what I go towards, man. I like to be spiritual. I believe in God. I believe God's changed my life and He's changed other people's lives. But a lot of people, I try to stay away from spirituality. I try to stay away from politics because it just, people operate out of emotions. So I don't ever want someone to feel any kind of way. But I do admire your topic. But guys, make sure y'all smash the like button. If y'all have any other things y'all want to I don't want y'all to lead the chat. I probably should have thought a little bit more into this. Russia in the building. How you doing? How you doing? I tried to learn Russian for one day, bruh. It didn't work out. I was like, bruh, I thought I was all that because during this time frame, I was on Duolingo and Duolingo. What's it called, y'all? Y'all know. And I was doing my thug dizzle on the Spanish. I said, man, I'm gonna learn Spanish and I'm gonna learn Russian. Boy, I did one day. Not even one day. I did 15 minutes of Russian, and I was like, "I don't even know," and it's like, not a lot of Russians where I stay at, so I can't say, am I pronouncing this the correct way, but Russian is a hard language, bruh, and you know what kinda, like, made me kinda interested in doing Russian. Like, all through high school, um, I didn't even bring my water, Jalen, bruh. I don't know what I'm on. All through high school, I took German. So I thought, well, maybe Russian will be easy, bruh. Russian's not easy. Russia's not easy. Florida, water made. What's up, Florida? What part of Florida you at? I'm checking in from Florida. What city you in, if y'all don't mind? If y'all don't mind, also drop y'all where y'all located at. Where y'all located at? Gamer, that's the thing, bruh. Anything you want to do, you can do it. You in Miami? Miami in the building. I'm in Tampa. Anything you want to do, you can do it. So it's not nothing but a hop and a skip away um to get on Duolingo and start doing any kind of language. So anything you want to do, at least this is me. I feel like I have that mentality of where anything I want to do, I can do it. So that being said, be Frost in the building, Shamika in the building, Shamika or Mika in the building. So pull it up and do it and stay dedicated, just like you are on YouTube. And I'm telling you, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm telling you, um, you can do anything you want to be. Let's see, let's see. That's what's up. You single though? No, I'm not. Y'all look for women on YouTube that are single. That is like the number one question. Are you single? I look for people out in real life, baby. I look for people. I don't go on YouTube like, oh, this man's fine. Let me ask him if he's single. If I wasn't single, I look for people in real life because people fake their world online. You feel me? People fake who they are. Oh, okay, I probably don't want to do it. It's easy to say I wanna do it, but you gotta put that work in. You feel me? You gotta put that work in. Hinesville in the building. You can never be a man. Who said I was a man? I never said that, baby. Your skin glowing. Thank you so much. I need some water. I usually sit down and drink water because I usually go live for like 2 hours. Now that seems like that's the routine, and, I don't know, bro. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe only if y'all feel like y'all gonna pull up again. Don't subscribe because I'm some kind of eye candy or I'm factual tickling your kind of fancy. So make sure y'all subscribe only if you're interested. Y'all got some kind of bars from what I'm talking about, even though I don't really have a topic today. But I would say young dub that I try to drink at least a gallon of water a day. At least. Like, now it's like my body's so immune to it that if I don't drink water, I'm thirsty. Right now, I'm extremely thirsty, and I guess because I haven't drunk the water, uh, Vincent said they are thirsty. I don't get it, man. I don't know. I don't find attraction to coloreds, but you're cute. I'm not a colored baby. I'm an American, just like hopefully you are. And I don't know if you think I'm gonna react and say, "Oh my god, I'm a colored." That nah, bruh. Grown woman here, guys. Give me a kiss. ARZ. Send me a super chat. I'll blow you one. Let's go. Florida made. Go drink water then. Yeah, I don't know. I can't right now. Can't do it right now. It's cool. It's cool. I'll thug it out. I've thugged stuff out before. But how y'all's days going? Where y'all checking in from? I know Florida May's checking in from Miami. I'm a I'm a like because I feel like you cuss me out. Y'all gotta have more to y'all, bruh. Come on, man. Y'all gotta have more oomph. Y'all can't let people intimidate y'all. You know how many times I hear that people is I'm so intimidating, and I just really think if someone thinks I'm intimidating, that's their insecurities. That's them projecting. I think if anybody was, because I've heard it before, tell me that I'm intimidating, I feel like they have something going on in their life for them to feel that way. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys feel what I'm saying, but I think maybe I always say it goes back to my confidence. I think my confidence intimidates people, but I think realistically, if they matched my confidence or was more confident more than I was, that they wouldn't be intimidating. Like I've had bosses tell me, um, I'm intimidating, and I don't know if it's because the way I carried myself. We've talked about before previously on The Fabulous Life of Natalie that um my confidence level is so high, but I just feel like I don't know, man. We can dabble into it. I'm proud how low confidence simp. I need a strong, confident woman to balance me out. That's the thing, sir. Adam, I don't know if you're being for real or you just on the troll tendency. You never know anymore. I've been going live for what's today, y'all? The 9 days. And we'll talk about that, bruh. Shaham, thank you so much. Kuh Maine got leftovers. I'm proud. I'm gonna get into it, sir. Adam, give me a second. Imma get into it, Imma get into it. Man, I'm here cleaning out my refrigerator and listening at the same time. Look at you multitasking. Yeah, here Gamba guys, that's my mod squad in the building. Super chats, super stickers, and gifts are welcome. They start as low as 10 cents. If you're on this replay, thank you. That thanks are a great surprise to the host. Direct cash apps, yes. I don't know how Gamma got all that information, but that is correct. That is my correct cash app. $5 life from Natalie. Beautiful light skin. I don't even know when people call out my skin tone what to say. Thank you. I'm being serious. Okay, so if you're serious, I would say me from a confident, let me get right, y'all. Me from a confident, independent woman. Mr. Mulatto in the building, Ryan in the building. For me, being so strong and confident and independent, to me, it is a direct turn off if a man is telling me, because you got to think, bruh, independent women are independent because we've been put in positions for people to not fall through on something. So, me personally, if I meet a man that doesn't have confidence, I'm automatically turned off because most people would say that independence is a sign of masculinity. So, for example, in my opinion, I'm extremely confident. So my husband has to be extremely manly. Like if I see, this is just me personally, a man with any feminine traits, I'm not interested. I've talked about it before. I know you're probably new here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button if you are. If you like topics like this, hit the subscribe only if you're gonna come back. Don't subscribe if you see eye candy and you're never gonna come back ever again and I happen to stop your news feed. But so like Starseed in the building. So like I love my man because like I said, I'm extremely independent, but to me, like for him to say, I'm gonna change your oil, you feel me? I'm gonna fill your car up without me asking for me to oh, I'm gonna change your locks because I cannot wear the pants all the time. And I'm not saying he's the reason why I'm independent, but I think for me moving forward, I could never be with a man that doesn't have strong, independent traits. To me, it's automatically a turn off. Starseed in the building. Thank you guys for pulling up. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you subscribe. The king is here. What's up, Rowdy? Rowdy in the building. What is your name? This is called The Fabulous Life of Natalie. I'll let you guess my name. I am sitting in front of my yard completely naked right now. Craig, shout out to you for doing that. I appreciate you letting us know. But don't most women like men who they can control though? I don't like no man I control. Me personally, no. I like a man that is extremely manly. Like I said, I'm extremely independent. So basically, if I'm like, oh, I'm paying all the bills and my husband's just sitting there not helping, that to me is a turn off. Like I've talked about it before. One day I had eyeliner on my eyes. I went to work. The manager liked me. I had already been married, so him liking me really didn't even play a factor to anything. But because I'm 100% committed to my husband. Anywho, the eyeliner was smearing. I was working in the warehouse, and this manager told me, I was like, dang, eyeliner keeps smearing. I never seen this manager wear eyeliner, but I guess he goes to Comic Con, whatever that stuff is, right? So he told me, oh, I wear eyeliner, and if you need primer, you need to get you some primer, girl. He didn't say it like that. He was like, you need to put primer on. And to me, that's a feminine trait. So me personally, I could never be with any man that has like a feminine trait. And I get it. Like to some people, independent women are considered masculine because they don't need help. They a lot of men, in my opinion, like a submissive woman. So I think independent, you're not really being submissive. You feel me? Because you can run things by yourself. So I don't know. That's my own opinion. Gamma in the building. You can purchase one-on-one boundary classes. Yes, guys, if you have any issues with boundaries, I've talked about just about all of my stories are connected to boundaries. And if you're looking to learn how to put boundaries in place to have people stop running over you. I need my water, man, because that should have popped a little bit more. But make sure you go to my bio. Also, there is a Confidence is a Muscle ebook. I always talk about how confident I am. Cash App's in the bio because Gamma's provided it. What is your favorite song? Ooh, that's good. I don't really think I have a really Leo the Leopard. Are you a Leo in real life though? Um, I don't really think I have a favorite song because every time I've had a really good song, I'll play the crap out of it to know I no longer listen to it. But right now, I'm currently on that new Cardi, a new Cardi. Um, I don't know. She's got a lot of good songs on there. I'm not really a deep down Cardi fan. I'm really a Nicki fan. But Subham, I don't know if you're still here, cuz, but I'm from the US. Right now I'm in Florida, but originally I'm from Kentucky. Guys, make sure y'all like, and if y'all like, y'all finding y'all getting any substance out of these topics, make sure you hit the subscribe only if you're gonna come back. Only Rowdy in the building, hands to the ceiling. Be with me. What does that mean, bruh? You got peak. Come on, Ronnie. Guys, in real life, there's real women. So y'all don't have to get on here and act like I'm the only woman on planet Earth. Like in real life, there's real women. So to come on here and ask what my undergarments look like, let's be for real now. Let's be for real. What is my name? I guess she didn't guess it. Miriam, my real name's Natalie. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Guys, I'm back. My bad, my bad, my bad. Mama 3 in the building. Obama. Okay, I can use those weights. I use them. What am I gonna do if I'm giving them to you, baby? I'm new, but I will like and subscribe. I don't know, Sir Adam. I don't know. Just my personal opinion. I don't think women like men. To me, I don't. I mean, city girls may preach it. I don't know, but to me, I gotta find a man. To me, it doesn't do anything for a man to take me out. I'd rather take myself out. That's just me. I don't want nobody to think I depend on them. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that the way that the industry is pushing for women to be with men that take care of them, that I can't relate to that because I provide by myself. So I know I'm different. Um, but I'm new. I appreciate you liking and subscribing. Grace in the building. It's scripture. TA in the building. Country in the building. Yo yo twin in the building. Moderators on deck. Now we all have the trait will come from both. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But me personally, I don't know what it is in me that I just cannot. And I get it. Because I don't want to seem like I'm it's kind of double standards because like I said, to me, independence is stemmed from like a masculine trait. But I think every man should want a woman that's somewhat independent. Like I've told this story before of how my husband went to she went my husband got locked up in Cuba, and I had to take care of all the bills, and I had to I didn't lose track of it. You feel me? A lot of women, like, I knew that I had to work extra. I knew I had to put work in. Now, what if my husband would have came back and I would have been evicted? So I think that a lot of men want women to be submissive, but to depend on them to be extremely submissive. But I think if I was extremely submissive, I would have not known where to I would have not known what to do. You feel me? If I'm waiting on my man to flip the bills all the time, what am I going to do? What's up, Zoom and Queen? What's up? How you doing, twin? Yo, yo, yo. No, we have the trait. Oh, we talked about that. Now I got a gym in the kitchen. That's 2026-ish. And my kitchen and my living room run together. So realistically, I'm in the middle right now. So my kitchen's this way. My living room's that way, but I feel what you're saying. Someone called that out a couple days ago. Amari in the building, hands to the ceiling. You're only woman in world, American woman. Nah, bruh. I'm sure if you stroll down, there's gonna be more queens on live. So lights can come from heaven. Don't like hold on, y'all. I don't know. Why do y'all like commenting on people's tones? Like, is really skin tones really that big of a deal to y'all? Let me know. I'm interested. Willie in the building. Um, Donald in the building. Woo woo trophy. I'm taking you where I want to go by myself. You can come if you want. Don't know what that means, Amari. Time in the building, hands to the ceiling. Fabulous one. Stay blessed and balanced in life. Jonathan Butler featuring Kurt Why I'm falling in love with Jesus. Amen. I'll add that to my playlist. I'm heading to Chipotle, boo. What you want? I haven't ate Chipotle in a minute. I wouldn't even know what to get. I'm gonna be real with you. I make my own Chipotle at home. Maine in the building. Nobody can see my message. What'd you say, Maine? I mean, twin. She's married. Be respectful. Thank you. I can see your message, bro. Maine in the building. Anton, how you doing? She's trying to catch up. Oh, I get it. Yeah, man, I gotta try to catch up. My neighbor knocked on my door and was like, "Where's your husband?" But he didn't say it that way. He only speaks Spanish. She's trying to catch up. I'm cooler than Tommy Hilfiger. How you? I want my woman to stay home and keep the doors locked. That's you, baby. The way that the economy is skyrocketing, I just say, because there was a time I was a stay-at-home mom, and I had to continue getting my hair done. My kids have to get their hair done. I think if you come to a woman and ask her to stay at home, that you got to flip everything. Like if you got kids, you got daughters. Don't tell me next week I'm gonna get your hair done when I would have got my hair done this week. So that was an issue that um we would go through. I like light, bright sisters and really dark skin, brown skin is fine. Emmanuel, thank you for letting me know your preference. I appreciate you. Wanda in the building. I'm new to your channel. Thank you for pulling up, Wanda. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right, guys. Make sure y'all like, make sure you subscribe if you like this topic. Um, please, 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 super chats are also welcome. I pushed back my time of going live today because I feel like it was interfering with my night shift schedule. I was basically like, man, I usually go live too early, and that's probably my problem. Going live too early, me working night shift. Let me stay in my bracket of category of jobs. So, oh, you get off at 2. I wish I got off at 2. Shout out to you though, Starseed. I get off at 6:30. I go in at 9 p.m. Big J, what's up? How you doing? There's there is a Chipotle that I go to. I love when they make everything fresh. I go after rush hour and I will sit there and wait until they make the guacamole. Same with Panda Express. Amen, boy. Look at you. What time is that usually? I like Chipotle, but I liked what is that other place too they had? Starts with a G, don't it? What's it called, y'all? It's kind of like Chipotle. I can't think of the name of it, bruh. I don't go out to eat that much. You are so pretty. I appreciate you, Winda. Thank you for pulling up. Anthony in the building. Welcome back. Thought I heard somebody at the door, guys. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe if y'all like these kind of topics. I really don't have a topic for today. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna dabble into something that was irritating me, but I don't know if it's gonna scare people off. Queen, I don't know what that means, baby. Qdoba's ARZ. Thank you. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I used to get Qdoba's and Chipotle mixed up, and so when I would order it on DoorDash a minute ago, I would be like, "Dang, bruh, one's better than the other." And so I realized that I like Chipotle better. 3 o'clock is where Chipotle and Panda Express start making fresh food. I don't like food that is just sitting around in the I agree with you, Tom. I've talked about it before where I was a manager at McDonald's, so I can definitely understand where you're coming from, bruh. Norma, when you pull up saying predators alert, what does that mean? Elaborate, because when you just say predators alert, no one knows what you're talking about. Qdoba actually seasons your food. It's better than Chipotle, but it's hard to find. You mean there's more like Chipotles than Qdobas? I wish I could donate, but I'm broke. Wanda, I appreciate that. It's cool. Just hit the like button and blow up those emojis on the side panel if you want to. I ain't gonna tell nobody what to do. The Department of Law. Knock on wood, Norma. I've never been incarcerated. I've never, I've never been incarcerated. Knock on wood. I should have been incarcerated one time, but it was just for speeding, and I think the police officers was just trying to play with me. On my birthday, I got pulled over. This is when I lived in Mississippi, and I had to be at work at like 4 a.m. because we had to count the inventory, and I was running late. And my husband had put in my car like the headlights switched colors from like blue to like eggshell white, and I got at a four-way stop, and 4 o'clock in the morning, bruh. And I'm not from Mississippi originally, so anywho, I guess he beat me at the stop sign, but it wasn't like night and day kind of difference. 4 o'clock in the morning. So when I turned to go first, they pulled me over, and then he was like, present your ID. It was my birthday, and then he was like, your lights are eggshell white. They're not white white. I don't even know what that means. I guess though, you feel me? Like I'm on white white on my ring light. I guess my lights were like this. I don't know. Anywho, I was smart. I was mad. I was late, and he was like, if you don't stop, whatever, being what did he say? Disorient, like, stop being smart. He's like, "Imma get you for your lights. Imma get you for because I had moved out of state, I still had my Kentucky license. Imma get you for not having the correct license. Imma get you for," and I was still talking crap because I was mad. Nice Mike Treesh. If you pull up in my bio, there's a link to my Amazon affiliate account, and you can get a mic just like that. There's different colors. I wanna say there's white, black. Only thing I could tell you, it plugs into my iPhone, but you can also plug it into a computer. It has a Type A, it has a Type C port, and but these colors switch by themselves. You can't set a certain color. Alien versus Predator. Don't be mad at me, chat, but Chipotle overrated. Oh, I don't care how expensive Five Guys is. I'm getting my French fries and burger from Five Guys. Time. Are you subscribed to my channel? Because I did a video last week about my first time at Five Guys. So you gotta check it out. I named it like I popped my Five Guys cherry. I think it's overrated in a sense. I mean, I smashed the food, don't get me wrong, but I just think there's really no seasoning on the burgers. It was good, and then, they try to get me to go double all the time. Like, I'm not a double burger kinda gal, so, I don't know. Just came across your live, had to stop and tell you that you are gorgeous. Whitney, thank you so much, I appreciate you. Chipotle is overrated. I never eat Chipotle. I don't wanna get sick. So do y'all like Chipotle better, or do y'all like what did you say earlier, homie? Y'all told me. Golly, y'all know what I'm trying to say. The other place that starts with a G. Chipotle's is nasty. Wyans love Chipotle. Stop it. I don't play nowhere where near Mississippi or Indiana or West Virginia. Those are no states for me. Yeah. I feel you. I'm from Kentucky, so Indiana's right across the bridge. Your face looks swollen. Thank you, Mike, for that update, for letting everybody know. I appreciate you letting me know that. I don't know if I'm supposed to like run and end the live because my face is swollen. Have you ever had a conversation about colorism with anyone you've dated? No, but I have dated outside of my race. Like, I don't know if this really counts. My husband's Cuban, but I've dated white guys. Um, I don't believe in colorism, bruh. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm naming colors, but to me, I just fall for people who make me happy. So I would never be that type of person that be like, I don't know. I don't know. Really, it's really hard to explain. I bought a taco from Chipotle once, and the beef was cold and nasty. Oh wow! When do you have another live window? I'm glad you asked. I'm going live all week, all week, all. All month, all month. Let me get my words right. All month. Chipotle is good as hell. Real Mexican food comes from the plate where 75% of the staff can't speak English. Yo, Tom, I'm an Indiana fam. Oh, yeah, you are in Indiana. I forgot, twin. Indianapolis, right? I was laughing about the people looking at your cakes. Oh, man, yeah. That's every day. Oh, it looks nice when you changed it, made your skin golden. Y'all like that one better, that setting? I don't really like that setting. I think this only because this is my go-to setting, Timothy. Not Timothy, my apology. Emmanuel. Timothy, best Mexican food is where in Lakeland. You know, I'm not too far. What is the name of the place in Lakeland? Timothy, I'm not too far from Lakeland. Let me know. I like the burrito tacos here. Mexicans ain't got nothing on Taco Bell. Bro, you lying. Taco Bell don't taste better than authentic Mexican food. Emmanuel, I don't know where you coming from, bruh. Natalie, come in. Black, pink, purple, and white. Click her link and grab yours. Look at Gamma doing all of the research. These Natalie's mic comes in black, pink, purple, and white. Thank you, Gamma, for that update. Twin is no disrespect. When I was there, the cops really, really, dude, and it just messed up my whole 2 weeks there. I actually left early. No disrespect to the people that live in Indiana. What part of Indiana, though, Tom? It depends what part you go to. Where I was from, I was right across the bridge from Louisville, Kentucky, so it's more populated. Um, but like I told my daughter this, like I remember being in 4th grade and it was like me and one other black person in my class, maybe 2 or 3. But now I think times have changed. I think it depends on what part of um Indiana you go to. Then you go to like Gary. That's where Michael Jackson's from, Gary. Oh, you have to go. I've got to take a shower. Window, thank you for pulling up. South Florida, I get a ticket almost every month. I moved to South I moved to Charlotte, and in 4 years, I haven't been pulled over. Same driving pattern. That's wild. I've never, like I said, knock on wood, since I've been in Florida, I'm in South Florida. I've never been pulled over. But my husband gets pulled over all the time, but he drive crazy. Panda Express, you're gorgeous. Thank you, Black Rome. Moe's is just like Chipotle. I don't think we got a Moe's here, but when I lived in Tisha, thank you so much. Raising Cane's is definitely overrated garbage. Ooh, Treese, my bad. Treese with a knife. I appreciate the super chat. Um, I don't think it has any season to it. I eat it, don't get me wrong, but it's not like my preferred place. What about dating Indians? If I like the Indian, if he makes me feel good, if he's not in the wrong headspace, because a lot of like, I'm not coming from a racist perspective, all right? But a lot of times, if you date a foreign man, I think they're programmed a different way. Like they're programmed to be masculinity. You know what I'm saying? How dare you talk back? Some of them, not all of them, some of them. And me being who I am, all right, look, damn, bruh. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it. Hold on 1 second, BM. Hold on. Qdobas. Yeah, I cannot get that word right. Qdobas. But I think, okay, so they want you to, like, be extremely submissive, and I'm not that type. I believe I would somewhat be more submissive if someone gave me the right to feel that way. I don't think just because a man is a man, then I should automatically be submissive because they are considered the breadwinner. I need y'all to keep this in mind why I feel this way. I've worked with plenty of men managers in workplaces and they could not call the roads. I don't think just because you're a man that gives you the right of being a leader. Like show me. Show me. If you show me you're a leader, baby, I'm going to listen and let you lead. But if you have me questioning why you're making decisions because at the end of the day like it backfires, then I'm not going to allow you to lead. I feel like my calling is to naturally lead, but if some people can prove me wrong to where I don't have to lead. So that being said, um, sometimes when you date outside of your race, which I have. Yesterday I talked about dating an African guy. Um, but I think like if you feel like you should be automatically submissive, and I know I feel that's a culture thing, But I feel like if you're not giving me the right of feeling like that, then I'm not gonna you feel me? I'm not for one, I'm not gonna go along with it. I think my household maybe is 50-50. I'll allow my man to lead, but if I feel like he ain't leading when it comes to certain things, you feel me? Then Imma have to step in. There's nothing wrong with your face. Thank you, Timothy. Qdobas. Natalie, say it 10 times fast. Qdobas, Qdobas, Qdobas. Because I keep fucking it up. Where what were you doing in Indiana at time? What city was you in too, Tom? Like, twin, you get in the wrong city, baby. There is a city, you might know it, twin, right outside of Indianapolis. I know because when I would go with my husband to go to Chicago, when he had a route, it was called Whitestown. I ain't trying to stop there, bruh. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to stop there. And then I remember when I went to Chicago when I was in church, when I was like 16, we took a city bus to Chicago. And I remember me being the only, in the words of what someone said to me earlier, the only colored in the van. Bruh, we stopped. We were in Indiana. We stopped at a gas station. Everybody, top to bottom, is white. And when we got out, me being the only black person, they looked at me all crazy. You feel me? Like they've never seen a face. So that being said, I just think it depends on what city you go to. Just like some parts of Alabama. I used to live in Mississippi. I lived in Biloxi, Mississippi. Now, I'm not saying it makes a difference, but Biloxi is like 45 minutes away from New Orleans. So to me, Biloxi wasn't really racist in my opinion. I never experienced any racism. I had a police officer pull me over one morning and I gave him my ID and it was Kentucky cuz I'm always late to the party and he was from Louisville, where I'm from, and we stopped and talked and he was just like, "I pulled you over cuz you missing a headlight." And he's like, "What part of Louisville are you from?" And I was like panicking like, "Oh my god, bro, why is he asking?" But we were like similar in distance and he was just telling me how he relocated to Mississippi because he was in the army. So I think it depends on where you've been. Have you ever been to Bojangles? I have ate Bojangles. There was one in Kentucky. My dad used to take me to it a lot. But I don't think we have a Bojangles here. Moe's is just like Chipotle. All right, man, let me get to the bottom. Um, I live in New Hampshire. The Mexican food here in New Hampshire is disgusting. I've never been into New Hampshire. What's your cat's name? I got like 4 cats, so I don't know which one you talking about. Married woman, where is your ring? Why y'all think Imma get on here and lie? Sweetie, are we married? Yes. I just, my ring, I was at this factory, the diamond popped out, I went to work, and I put the ring in my pocket and, my back pocket. I was wearing blue jeans at this day. When I went to the bathroom, I heard the gloop, the ring fell in the toilet, right? And then when I went to go grab it or went to go like I didn't even know what I was gonna do. I wanted to grab this ring and it automatically flushed and I haven't gotten one since. So I would not lie about being married. Some people will be like, "Are you I think you're lying." Like if all the things for me to lie about, I'm not gonna lie about being married. I love my husband. All the places served the same stuff. It's the same food, the same distributor deliveries to the same places. Oh, that means you need to learn how to cook, Anthony. If all of the food tastes the same, guys, make sure y'all hit the like button if you haven't. If you like topics like this, please make sure that you subscribe. Only if you're gonna come back now. Don't subscribe and never come back ever again. But I'm making my way down in the chat, so keep blowing it up. I'm gonna speed it up now. Do you like bald headed men? That's not what I gravitate towards, no. Nobody makes food better than a true Mexican where you get brown tortillas with Yeah, I think Mexican food's really good. Especially Mexican tacos are completely different from Taco Bell tacos. The place in Lakeland is like a indoor flea market. They have a bunch of booths inside. Oh, I got you. I usually date lighter skinned women, but I realized I never ever bring up their skin tone about colorisms in conversation. It's awkward. It is awkward. I don't know. I don't think I would ever say that. I mean, some people have a preference, but me personally, I don't think I would ever no woman will ever wants to hear I only date light skinned women. I only date black, I only date dark-skinned women. I don't think that's I think once you feel comfortable, yeah, you can have that conversation. I haven't eaten Taco Bell in years, nor KFC. I haven't ate KFC in a minute. But every time I tell people I'm from Kentucky, they say something about it. Be sure to check out The Fabulous Life of Natalie every day this month in October for NatFest. Talk to them, Gamma. Taco Bell now tastes like cardboard with lettuce and tastes like paper. I ate their my daughter every time I get her from school, she always tells me to run her to Taco Bell. I ate when I go there, I always get the Chalupa Supreme with but now the nacho fries are seasonal. I get the nacho fries too. So, yes, Martinsville, Indiana. I plead the 5th because I don't wanna get twin on my bad side. I should have went to Gary, Indiana. Gary or you should have made your way down to Kentucky and go to Louisville. Louisville, Kentucky is very populated. I don't think you would get in trouble in Louisville. Louisville is where Muhammad Ali's from, Jack Harlow, Bryson Tiller. It's just more populated. The Louisville Slugger Museum's there. I always try to get people to go to Kentucky. I don't know if it's because I'm from there, but I love Kentucky. Chanza, how you doing? Memberships are as low as $4.99, guys, and greatly appreciated. Um, when you get a membership, your name turns a different color. You have early access to videos. You get your own exclusive video each week. So definitely check out the exclusive member. Thank you, Gamma. I got 4 cats. I don't know which one y'all talking about. The one behind me? That's Bubby. He's a baby. He's kind of a baby. He's really spoiled. He wants to lay up under me all the time. I'm really surprised he's not right here. I'm from Gary originally, but I now live in Indianapolis. Martinville is Mayoville. I stay away from there. I knew it. In a relationship, you need compromise. What do you mean by that, sympathy? I'm Papacito Rico. What's up, Jarvis? Right? I can't let you lead me off the cliff, but show me I can trust your path. Man, I must be really behind. Exactly. A lot of men just feel like I'm a man, so that automatically you got to be submissive to me. And I'm just like, no, you got to show me. Show me you can lead. And previously on The Fabulous Life of Natalie, I've had men that be like, well, you don't even listen to me. Well, how are you leading though? Like, just because you're a man, because I would ask someone to do something, and then I told them, like, "I've always said this, Gamma, that I'm a natural leader, and I don't just say it, but I lead because 'cause I'll do stuff without even asking you, I just do it." And I think that's a quality that goes with a man, like, y'all some men, not y'all, some men expect you to, you feel me? Like, I don't know, like, you gotta tell them what to do. Like, for me, a leader, I never was like, I can put in the example of, make sure I hit the like button, make sure you subscribe. GB said, "Can I replace your mic with another one?" Yes, GB, you can send a super chat if you want to. I think there are $55 if you want to. But yeah, Gamma said earlier, there's black, white. You gotta feel me on the other colors, Gamma. Pink, and there's another color. But like I said, like even when I worked at McDonald's, there wasn't a time there was a bus and I'm sitting down on break and I said, well, I'm going to sit here until my boss tells me to come lead. No, that's why I got the management title. I would jump up where it needed to be taken care of. You can't tell a leader to lead and do X, Y, and Z. A leader is going to know when to show up to do it and not ask. And I think the guy I was dealing with previously wanted me to tell him everything, but then also wanted me to depend on him. No, you're gonna naturally do it. And I called it out and said these same exact words, and he was just like, "Oh, I didn't." He just looked at me and blanked. I love the days when men were men and women were women. I value my wife of 27 years. She's old school, and so am I. Hands, but I'm glad to hear that, bruh. A lot of people are not old school. Can I? Yeah, we talked about that. Yep, Whitestown, not like us down there in White. Yeah, so they got like I guess a truck stop. I'm not stopping. It was an eye-opening experience, and I definitely will go back to Indiana out of West Virginia, Mississippi. I would definitely go back to Indiana, especially to Gary, Indiana. Go to Gary, which is at the top. Um, go to the top and go like Gary's at the top, and I would say go to Louisville, Kentucky. It's really nice. You know, Louisville's known for well, Kentucky's known for the bourbon. I wanna say the whiskey too. Um, I went there for a wedding. Oh, I got you, Tom. Prison cheeks. I wanna say you were kinda disrespectful. Imma see if you're gonna act weird, but, we'll see. Cause I don't wanna put you in a category you're not in. Guys, make sure you like if you haven't and subscribe if you like topics like this. Don't subscribe if you see some eye candy and you're never gonna pull up ever again. Imma get into it. Gamus is a gift of the host. Click the gift box, bottom right screen. Gift start is just 10 cents. Thanks for the support to the channel. Thank you, Gamba. Guys, pull up to her channel too that she does content if y'all don't mind. Landon says, "Hey, sweetie, you're cute. Thank you so much." Landon, thank you for pulling up. When you go to Indianapolis during the summer of Black Expo time, I'm sure everything's packed right there, huh? Black Expo. Because I went to like North Carolina not knowing it was Black Expo, and I remember, like, we wanted to stay the night. We went to Myrtle Beach, and we wanted to stay the night, and we didn't stay the night because it was Black Expo, and all of the hotels were full. New Hampshire is a beautiful tax-free state, is it? But you said the food's whack. Come on, man, I ain't going nowhere that got whack food, and Circle City Classic is the last weekend in September. He's trying to put you on time. Twin, I would definitely look into that for sure. New Orleans and Jazz Fest and their food. Memphis is pretty underrated. Oh yeah, Bill Street. You ever been to Bill Street, Tom? No, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Sorry, I like to go to Hoes and Walls for my fried chicken in Memphis. No Taco Bell, never ever. Donald, how you doing? How they treat black women in Kentucky? Good. In Louisville, they treat black women good. Louisville was the biggest city in Kentucky, y'all. So the capital is Frankfort, but Louisville, Kentucky is the biggest city. Church's chicken is trash too. I don't really like churches either. I've been in Kentucky. Kentucky is awesome. And Louisville, I actually went to Louisville College game against Kentucky. Yeah. It's crazy in that arena because that's like those are two rivalry teams. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. Can I put can you put your cat on your shoulder? Emmanuel, I wouldn't do that in real life. I don't have my cats on my shoulders in real life. So I don't know, baby. In a relationship, what I mean by compromise means you should talk about it and decide together. Oh, yes. I think that's why a lot of people fall out of relationships, that a lot of people just feel like, oh, bro, I do this, it's over. I feel like you have to have some kind of agreement. You have to agree to disagree. Drew, thank you. You got beautiful skin. Everybody keeps telling me that. I drink a lot of water. More volunteers on the mic. Don't know what that mean, bruh. Hello from Phoenix. Is that Phoenix in the building? Yes, Phoenix in this building, hands to the ceiling. Purple too, Kama said. But yeah, you gotta compromise. A lot of people like give up on relationships because it doesn't go as they expected the first time around. And I feel like you not anything's gonna be perfect. You feel me? Like I've been with my husband for I always like struggle saying this. Y'all, and I'm still struggling. 14 years? 14 years. And it's not just like a walk in the park. It's like you gotta agree to disagree. You feel me? But I think to me, what's made the relationship work out is, like I'm not perfect, but if he ever came to me and said, Natalie, you feel me? I don't like that you did this. I would say to him, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I would do everything in my power not to let you feel that way. You feel me? I won't do it again. I'm going to try my best. But, I'm human. I am able to make mistakes. But if I do make a mistake, just call it out when you see it because I don't ever want you to feel a certain type of way. A lot of people don't see stuff like that. So, gotta get an AI cartoon for your funny encounters, Natalie. Yeah, we keep talking about that. I gotta get into that. Regina Ball has an excellent song called "Show Me." I believe the song that you have to prove her who you are as a man is. Ooh, I like that. Let me screenshot that, Tom. I want to pull that up because I feel that way, bruh. Because I feel like just because you're, I'm not gonna get into it, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you like topics like this. More volunteers on the mic. What's that mean? Hello from Phoenix. I called you out. I gotta be out. Y'all be easy. Twin out. Mic drop. Talk to him. What's your IG? Don't really provide my IG no more, man. Last time I provided my IG, South Africa in the building. Um, Last time I provided my IG, someone hit me up asking for feet pics, and it got a little. I never said Mexican food is whack. Other than the time we had have good food there. Benjamin Murphy singing Al Green's church. There's a whole bunch of churches in Memphis and Tennessee. Well, I've been to Martin Luther King Museum and he's got shot real educational. I like stuff like that. Oh, why not? Cats seem to love resting on owner's shoulders. Yeah, I don't like someone's resting on my. That's not how I get down, boy. I said, what do you mean? What's this? What's that? Y'all make sure I hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you like topics like this. I really didn't really have a topic today. I appreciate you guys pulling up and listening to me talk. It means the world to me. If you're new here, my name's Natalie. I'm going live the whole entire October. We're calling it Nattober for um get right, Natalie, for Oktoberfest. So a lot of YouTubers are vlogging every day in October. I wanted to put my own little spin on it and go live every single day. So if you like stuff like this, if you like topics like this, usually I name a topic and we stay on key. So yesterday's topic was have you ever dated an ex and you knew they were lying about something and how you caught them? And I dabbled into how I was dating this guy and he was from Africa, but he was lying and saying that he was from France. So I don't know if you guys are aware, a lot of Africans speak French, but he had dropped his green card on my porch. So when he dropped his green card, your green card shows the country you're originally from. It proved that he was from Senegal, which is a city in Africa. But he kept still denying it and even told me that he even went to the extent of lying and saying that he had to lie and said that he was from Senegal because his mom was in the FBI and he had to protect his identity. So to me, I just felt like anybody that's willing to lie about where they're from, they're not going to, you know what I'm trying to say. A country, I'm sorry, Tom Tom, thank you for correcting me. Thank you for correcting me, but I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. If you got to lie to say where you're from, that you're going to lie about anything. So I wound up ending the relationship with him. Yeah, you look different without the hat tonight, Nat. Scooby on Scooby and Shaggy. Stop it! I was gonna do a wrist check. I was gonna do a wrist check when I started the live, but I was like, nah, don't do it. But I was gonna hit y'all with the angles. But yeah, had to do my hair, bro. Had to do my hair. It was time. But you know, I've been thugging it out, going live for 9 days straight, 2 hours each. So yeah, man. Yeah, you always gotta commit to that line. And then Brett would never invite me into his house. I started to realize that, dang, like I've been dating Brett for 6, 7 months and he always comes over to my house. So I started to question him like, why don't you invite me into your house? And then I just said, you know what, I don't got time to figure this out. So I wound up ending it with him. I was telling my husband more about it yesterday. I was telling my husband, like, this is the boyfriend before you. And he was like, oh, he was before. This was the boyfriend before. I said, "This is who gave you your opportunity." So, look and keep respectfully. Thank you, Emmanuel. Uh, Natalie, you couldn't get into a house. He definitely was not a scammer. He had no manners. Stop it. And I was like young, so I don't know. I like fell for it. I don't know, bruh. I was young and dumb. There is more to this story, but yeah, that's what we talked about yesterday. So every time I go live, I try to have a topic. So like, if you like topics like that, and hold on, guys. Let me read this chat. But if your husband came to you and said, "I'm having a baby by a woman I barely even know," like Usher, then I'm gonna leave him. Cause like I think you gotta have love and trust in a relationship. I feel like you can't love me and have a baby with somebody else. You feel me? So I feel like if I accept you having a baby, what is the worst thing that I can accept? But I dated a guy. I talked about it before. Tom, who said that? Tom Emmanuel, my apologies. I dated a guy before. It was my first long-term relationship. I talked about it. How Emmanuel, that all right, he was in jail. He had spent a lot of his time in jail. when I met him, I knew this, I was dumb, right? Anywho, he wound up going to jail, and, like, I had suspected he was cheating on me, but I could never really prove it. Boom. So, I remember one night my friends were like, "Let's go out, Natalie, let's go out." And it was at this place we had never been before. The moment we get in there, y'all know I keep drinking water, right? The moment I get in there, I gotta pee. So when I walked into the bathroom, I remember like it was like a dark setting. Um, but I remember there was a woman at the sink washing her hands, and she instantly turned around and stared at me. And I went to go in the stall, but I'm thinking, why is she staring at me like this, bruh? That's weird. So after I finished using the restroom, I went to go wash my hands, right? And bruh, there's only 2 sinks next to each other. So I'm right next to this woman, right? She's staring at me washing my hands. At this time, I only had 1 kid, and this lady looks at me and says, "You're my baby's daddy's other baby's mama." And I'm like, "What?" Because during this time, we really only had Facebook, you feel me? Social media wasn't popping like that. So that had told me this woman was aware of who I was. And I remember, like I said, he was in jail. I wrote him, obviously, because I couldn't call him, right? Y'all make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you like stories like this, but only subscribe if you're gonna come back. Um, so I wrote him and I was like irritated, bro. I was like, how the hell do you have a baby with someone else? Of course, he's like, she's lying, she's lying, she's lying. So, anywho, after she delivered the baby, I guess she had to be pregnant that night. Named the baby after him, named him the junior. So I left him because the way I seen it is I suspected him cheating. I could never prove it. Um, and I thought, like, I've been through a lot with this guy. If I allow him to have a baby on me too, what will I not expect? What would I not put up with? So yeah, I wound up leaving him over that. And never looked back. Never looked back. Why y'all even talking? What's that mean? Mr. Unless you back in the chat. Subscribe, hit the like button. Are you familiar with Face IQ? I'm not. Emmanuel, let me know. That's messed up. I expected my woman to stay. Why would you expect her to stay though? Let's get into it. If my wife cheated on me, I'm definitely leaving. There is no psychiatric treatment to help me get over that. My woman's are emotions and potential, so it's absolutely no. I think it's a no because I think for me, Emmanuel, I know you're getting your thoughts together. Um, for me, you're cheating. How can you prove to me you love me if you cheat, if you're cheating, if you have access to different women, right? If you're able to have multiple women at one time, what makes me different? What makes me different from these other women? You feel me? And to me, I'm selfish, I'm stingy. Oh yeah, that's okay, that's your beliefs. Okay, I feel you. So like that's what we were talking about earlier. He says, I believe in multiple partners. It's the African way. I feel you 1000%. But to me, I don't believe that. So we have two different belief systems. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying yours is not right and mine's is right. But I'm just saying we have our own different views. To me, personally, I cannot be with a man who has multiple women. Because to me, personally, I feel like, well, what makes me different? You feel me? If you're going around messing with multiple women, then what makes me different? Right? I don't know, that's just how I feel. But I'm sure there's some women who my homegirl was telling me about it. Um, she was telling me that she's always dated men. She's an American woman. She's always dated men to where she's the second option. She's the third wheel. But to me personally, I can't do it, bruh. Cause to me, I don't know, I'm selfish and I'm confident. So, but I'm confident enough to know that I bring a lot to the table. And if a man can't appreciate what all I, if he feels like that what I'm bringing is not enough and he needs more, then to me, then he needs to go find it. You feel me? But I also think that when men cheat, just come forward to say it. Like I remember we got into a conversation about guys, I'm gonna get into the chat. Thank you for blowing up. When they start preaching that's multiple woman system, typically it's attached to the Bible and it's attachments to Shira's law where they control the woman they marry. It's too much weird energy. Like Jody said, "Baby boy, I love you. Just screw these other women." Jess, are you for real wanting to know what I do? Like, bruh, that's for my man. Get a life, bruh. Come on, man. Get a life. Get a life, man. Don't get in here acting that way. Like, get a life. Anyway, what I was saying is that I can't even remember, boy. The other they be on some bull. I always say the same message every time I go live. I always turn no children allowed in my chat. So if someone pulls up acting that way, they're either a child or they're an adult and we just on two different frequencies in life, bruh. Who gonna check me, boo? How you doing, bruh? Only people that have a lot of women is a pastor, a powerful man. Let's be honest. Women today don't care about love. They care about the bag. A lot of women do, but I care about love. I don't know. I care about love. I think that's why I got married. But the woman I was talking about was saying she's okay. I think that's some kind of self-love issues. I think a woman who's okay with sharing has self-love issues and they feel like they don't bring enough to the table. But to me, I've always talked about it. I'm confident. So to me, my nose is hitting this mic. To me, I bring enough to the table to where you shouldn't need to ask for more women because I do a lot. You feel me? So I don't know. A lot of women are saying they want the bag, but I think realistically, because maybe they've been hurt to where now they've been programmed to think, "I need the money from the man. That's all I need." But to me, I've always valued love. Like I talked about it earlier, I've been with my husband for 14 years, and the boyfriend before that that cheated on me, 7 years. So I value commitment. But then I also think a lot of men are scared to be honest. Like that's where I was going before someone came in here being inappropriate, bruh. But we had like a friendly debate, and he said, "Well, a woman should know that a man is going to cheat." No, a woman shouldn't, because I feel like if the man's not coming to the woman and saying, "Baby, there's going to be more than you," that a woman shouldn't just have to assume their man is going to cheat. I think a man should make it honest and let a woman decide if she wants to be with you if you're going to cheat. Don't do it behind closed doors and say, "Well, you should expect it." No, we shouldn't expect it. Now, if you laid it out and we had a conversation, first 3 weeks of dating, and you say, "I'm going to cheat on you." You feel me? It's up to you if you want to stay, but I like having multiple women. That's a different conversation. If that woman goes in thinking she's the only woman, I think that um because you're making her think she's the only woman. I think it's pretty. The chat is going crazy. Do you have a twisty double hen? Yeah, they don't hear on the stupid stuff, man. It's cool. We're used to it. Next, most women don't want to share it. The man that makes the man his own. Women don't want to share, and why should they want to share? Like I said, if a 10 light stars, like like I said, women shouldn't want to share. What makes me feel like something's being different if I'm sharing you with if you got 5 girlfriends, what makes me different, right? What do you see in me that makes me one of the 5 women on your roster? Only people have a lot of women as a pastor. We talked about that. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe if you like topics like this. I don't know what else you guys want to talk about, but if y'all have something else, pull up and ask me. Just be respectful. I am a wife. I am a mom. I am a sister. So don't come in here being disrespectful. But if y'all don't have anything else, then I'm gonna dip out because I do work tonight. But I appreciate you guys pulling up and join me in not Nattober. If you like topics like this, don't forget to subscribe because every day is a different topic, and I'm going live all of October. And make sure you turn your notification bell on. I might go live like this might be my normal time because I feel like me being on night shift, it works better for me. I was going live at like 4 o'clock in the 4 p.m. So and then staying on here for like 2 hours, then getting my daughter, and then it was like a lot. So maybe this might be my home time. We'll see though. And being a sister or wife is the highest honor a woman could have. I'm so confused why you don't want that. And my I wanna be a mom and a sister, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of people think that this is OnlyFans, Emmanuel, and they come on here asking me, like, "Twerk. Come on, man, be respectful." You feel what I'm saying? Like, if I'm married, I just feel like it's disrespectful to come on here and tell me, some you feel me? Some disrespectful stuff, so that's just how I feel. Precious in the building. This is a good time coming from Tom. Stop it. What did I tell you that one time you was in here, Tom? I was like, "Ooh, Tom, you picked the right time to come in here, Tom." Remember when I said something like that? But, yeah, guys, if y'all don't have anything else, Imma keep it short and sweet. I've been neglecting my workout routine. I might jump on the weights. One thing I've learned because of my ex-husband's work graveyards and shifts is that he would say he had to stay late no matter what shift it was, and I found out he was cheating. Damn, that's wild. Oh, no, all of that stuff was crazy. See, you're different from Steph Curry's wife. You must have been here for a minute. She wants attention. I don't want attention, yeah, and a lot of people be like, "Well, you're on live," and I'm like, "That doesn't mean I want attention." Like, I know I'm you feel me? I know we talked about it. I have cakes. You feel me? I don't get up and just show my cakes. I don't need attention. I like being philosophical and asking these I don't know, man, like I don't want to say mind blowing questions, but I like to have in-depth conversations and and that's why I don't think I could ever be with someone who's just surface level. You feel me? Like if I'm over here talking about um like, I remember y'all can pull it up if y'all want to. I remember I was talking to this guy a minute ago, and he was telling me, like, there's a face on the moon. It looks like a mask. I'm not talking about, like, the craters look like a face. It looks like a mask that's on the moon. I think you can go into Google and type in "mask on the moon," and we stood up for hours talking about that. So that being said, like, I like unknown things. It sounds like Scorpio type energy, but I just like having more in-depth conversations. I don't like just talking surface level. Like, I don't know, it's just me personally. I remember this guy at my job gave me my work for the night, but he's like 21, you feel me, or 19. And he asked me a question, but I gave him like this thesis. You feel me? This thesis. Um about the answer, and he just looked at me like, and I was like, "What's wrong, bro?" He was like, "I don't even know how to answer that." But he was like 19, so it was like, "Oh, no, I can't even talk to you, bro. If you're just surface level, precious, yes, everything is well. That brother needed to really accept the work, understandable." Emmanuel, come on, bro. I feel what you're saying in the sense of, you feel like the multiple women. But I think a man should find everything he needs in one woman. If a man's going around and just I don't want no man that's for everybody. That's my own opinion. So I'm not a Scorpio, Tom, but I'm a Leo, but I don't know, I've always been like a deep thinker. Like I've always thinked outside of the box. So um that being said, like I don't know, I just like getting all philosophical. I don't know. But I feel like a woman, oral in the building, hands to the ceiling. I just feel like a woman, a man should look for, and it might take a lot of women for him to realize what a woman offers. I'm not saying who I am today was who I was 14 years ago when my husband met me, but I just feel like, I don't know, I want a man that does everything for me, like offers everything I need. So therefore, you feel me? I don't even look for men. The other day, I went to Shy in the building, hands to the ceiling. I went to this gas station. I was so tired. Y'all know I get off at 6:30 in the morning, and then I'm all about how people approach me, but this doesn't really make this story even better. I went to this gas station. I get off at 6:30 in the morning. My daughter has to be at school at 9, so I got like lack of sleep. I always this is my normal schedule, right? Anywho, I pulled up at the gas station, told her to go in and get what you needed. This man comes out of like People Ready. I just don't like this. I'm dead tired. Walks up to my car and I'm looking at him and he's like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, "Do I know you?" He's like, "No." But it's like I'm not even interested. Sometimes I just don't even want people to talk to me because I'm just not interested. I learned from two bad marriages myself that men don't just want a lot of conversation. Even men who get married are really not interested in that much conversation with women. Why is that though, the light? Why do you think men are not interested in conversations with women? Some women some men feel like conversations like they just want peace, I think. I don't know, I'm not a man, so I can't really speak on it. Some women don't want to do certain things. So find that woman who does everything. You feel me? So why hunt and have 5 girls that do 5 different things when I'm sure you can find one woman who does all of them? That's not possible, but a man should have a relationship with himself first. Oh, most don't. Yes, because I think also that's a proud to be a simp in the building. I agree with you. I think that a lot of men like what is the word I'm looking for, y'all? My bad. Let me think of the word. Hold on. They like validation from other women. You feel me? They like that validation. That's why they have multiple women. They like multiple women telling them, "Baby, you all that, you this, you that." But like I said, if they found that one woman to do it, therefore you wouldn't be chasing. Leos are very independent. They really don't need your help because they will figure it out. My sister is a Leo and she does everything on her own, which is crazy to me. Shout out to your sister, Tom. I find I found it interesting how we convince ourselves that whoever we're involved with, that it's our issue. It's no one really truly as a relationship because it comes to condition for let me read this again. I find it interesting how we've convinced ourselves that whoever we are involved with, it's ours. The issue is no one really truly because it comes I agree with you. Men want peace and quiet. So if you're dealing with 5 women at one time, isn't that like rowdy? I would think that one woman I don't know, I just think you have to who said that earlier? Someone said you have to yeah, I can't think of what I'm trying to say. Be alone until you find her. I'm not saying be alone until you find her, but I don't think it's okay to go around and tell 5 different women, "Baby, you're my only girl. Baby, I'm interested in only you." I think that don't commit to a relationship until you realize that okay, and I get it, some people change, but, like, don't commit to someone if you feel like you have other women on the side. Like, women want a man. Women don't want a man that's for everybody. Could you beat skeleton prom with nothing but don't know what that means, bruh. No Amanda looking for love is looking for a mother. That's not a good thing. Once you've mastered your mother, you can deal with other women. Amen. Yeah, I've had men that tell me like, Natalie, you talk too much. This and that. Um, I like to communicate though, bruh. So deep down, if you don't like that I talk too much, then I'm not for you. You feel what I'm saying? Oh yeah, he's a good man. Then Light Star. I'm not just spending $20 on Cluck like some guys. Do you like tarot cards? I had one tarot card reading my whole entire life when I lived like not too far from New Orleans. I like them. I believe in them, but I also believe in like birth charts, so and numerology. It say though there's millions of people on planet out of the millions, maybe two you're supposed to be with, or maybe none. This is why I tell people to know they self. Yeah, exactly. Like now I know that, or I've talked about it before. I love my husband, but I am completely comfortable being by myself. But I love him. But if something was to happen to him, I wouldn't look for a relationship with someone else because now I'm completely comfortable being by myself. I'm never compromising to no one for my wife. It is that I'm not trying to change her. Don't change me. Exactly. I do believe you should come as you are. So, like, when a lot of people say, "Tom, change because I don't like this," I think it's really hard to get someone to change. I think you should love someone for who they are, and I really think it's exceptionally hard to get someone to change. Here's the truth, men don't like talking with women because women latch their opinions to their identity, therefore being challenged and disagree with because there's a lot of emo problems. The men are I feel what y'all are saying, but I don't think I'll tell I believe what I believe, but I always say, look, I don't have the answers to everything, but this is how I believe. You feel me? Like when um who came on here saying this? Let me Emmanuel, you said earlier, like you said, I believe a woman, a man should have multiple women, right? You believe in that. So I said deep down, I understand where you're coming from. And I didn't say it in a disrespectful manner because I didn't agree with you. I just said there's women who are like that, then there's women who are not like that. Me personally, I'm not like that. But if you lay out the cards ahead of time and she's accepting that, that's cool. I didn't react out of emotion, even though I agree with what I agree in. I believe in one man should fulfill all of my needs. I didn't disagree with you. I disagreed with you, but I also said there's women who are like that as well. So if you find someone, salute to you. But me personally, I'm not like that. So I always say, like, look, bro, I'm not gonna argue with you. If you feel that way, you feel that way. I'm not the kind of person that argues. So the only so-called real relationship most likely will be in high school because you're both riding school buses and it's not about the money. I don't believe in that. Proud. I believe because I've had a high school relationship. I believe, they say that black people are the chosen Israelites of God. Good evening, Natalie, and blessings. Thank you so much for pulling up. Cuz how you doing? Um, I believe everybody changes every 7 years. So who I was when I first met my first boyfriend that cheated on me, I am completely different from who that person I was 7 years ago. So I believe people, well, it was more than 7 years ago. I believe people change every 7 years and you can grow apart. Like who I was and what I settled for in high school, I am completely different mind frame wise from that person. Y'all hit the like button if y'all like topics like this. So they so called relationships. We talked about that. What I was told by man in chat or apostles, possibly several, they said that a woman attaches her identity to marriage, which is to the man. I don't. No, I don't. I don't do that. I believe like yeah, I want a healthy relationship, a healthy marriage, but I don't attach my identity to it. Like I said, if he wanted to have another woman, which he knows I'm not okay with that, I would let him know that I'm not okay with that. I'm okay with being single. Me personally, let my bad, my bad. Let me know if y'all hear me. I don't know what's going on. Sound is out on my end. That's weird. All right, let's see. I'll try it again, but I don't like doing the chat like this, bruh. There's a no. I could definitely beat Scott. We talked about that. The only so-called real relationship. Oh, we talked about that. Multiple women in a marriage, sisters, wives, and men sleeping around is immortal. Well, sound, no audio. What is the woman? It's pretty or much perfect, but she's not affectionate. If a guy needs affection, he's going to find someone touching him, even though he doesn't. That's something that, Shay, that I think he should know in the beginning. He should know in the beginning stages, he should, when he's out looking for a girlfriend, he should find a woman who does everything that he likes. Therefore, there's no issue in the future. Like, I believe you cannot have a woman, if I'm not affectionate, boom, I'm affectionate. You feel me? Because you have that conversation with me. That's why I think you should choose wisely in the beginning of the relationship, because you can't really have that conversation. Hey, I wish you were more affectionate. You're not affectionate. And then it's okay for you to seek outside of your relationship, your marriage, like when you should have known that from the beginning. I think you should lay out, these are things that I'm looking for in a woman, and if that woman's not able to fulfill all of them, then in that relationship early on, don't wait 5 years. I really wish you were affectionate, and you have that conversation. Because I've talked about before, it's hard for a woman, it's hard for anybody to do something they're not used to doing. If you need a woman to be an affectionate, it's hard to have that conversation. I wish you were affectionate if she's not affectionate. So you could try having that conversation with her, but I really think if you realize in the beginning of your relationship that that's something you crave, that's one of your 5 love languages, and if she's not doing it, have that conversation. Is the volume still off? Okay, good. I think you should have that conversation. Okay, y'all can hear me, but I'm over here bugging. Okay, thank you guys for the confirmation. I think you should have that conversation early on in that relationship. Don't wait 8 months down the road. You know, I really wish you were affectionate, because it's hard for people to change. Not like it's just hard, it's scientifically proven that someone after a certain age is not willing to do certain things because their mind's already made up. They are who they are at 35. A person is who they are at 35, and you can't, it's just like me asking you, Sha, I hope I'm saying your name the correct way. It's like me telling you, hey, you know, when we go to bed every night, I want you to give me a massage. But you don't like massages. You're not capable of doing massages. And then I wind up cheating on you because it's like, well, I want that. I just feel like in the beginning stages, you need to, this goes back to what Proud to Be a Simp says, that you need to know yourself before you seek for it in somebody else. All right, thank you guys. I don't know, man, my mic is tripping. I can't, why does, okay, sounds good. Aaron in the building. Why does a man think that just because he's married, that comes along with, I don't know why they think that, bruh. And I don't like that either. I could say that too. I don't know why they think that. They think that, I don't know why I can't think of that answer. I can just talk from a woman's perspective. I still think that even though you guys are in a committed relationship, it doesn't mean that he's able to, you feel me, get it anytime he wants to. As a man ages, their manhood and their hormones are less, and some, they get angry and upset at their wife for something that she has no control over, and it's within the man, not her, but they blame her. You gotta get more philosophical. I understand where you're coming from, but like, regarding what topic, what example? It's crazy because if I am not vibing, she could be the baddest thing on the planet. I'm out. Bodies get old. So you're going to have something about me that keeps you around, looks fade. I agree with you. I'm the same way. To me, it's more about appearance. Like I said, Proud to Be a Simp. I said that for me personally, if I can't have an in-depth conversation, if it's just a surface level conversation, like I can't do that. To me, that's just basic to me. It goes beyond the body. Like, yeah, if they look good, that's a plus. But if they're just, you feel me, talking about stuff I can't relate to, that's surface level, do you think that there's such a thing as a woman being submissive, and what's the main reason that a woman starts losing herself in a man? Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you like topics like this, if you feel like you're going to come back. Do you think there's such a thing? I think Cuba in the building. What's up, cuz? Do you think there's a such thing as a woman being, I think we talked about it a little earlier, that I think women can be submissive, but I think a man has to be a leader. You feel me? I think some women have natural leading abilities, but they are told or believe that they should put that on the back burner just because a man should be a man. To me, you have to show me, baby. You just can't tell me I'm the man and you're dropping the ball and you're fumbling all these things. I think that some women are meant to be leaders. Like, I had an argument previously. I talked about it with a man that told me, well, you should let me lead. But if I'm telling you to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, that you should be doing, I think a leader knows to naturally lead. And the example I gave, Warren, was that, yeah, I used to be a manager at McDonald's, right? But if I see a bus come in, I'm not going to sit and wait for my boss and Natalie come help us. You have to naturally know, okay, you don't need turn-by-turn directions. You have to learn to evaluate the situation and lead. The main reason that a woman starts losing herself in a man is because I think, I can only speak on me. Me personally, I go out, men try to holler at me all the time. So I think when a woman gets men that naturally try to talk to them and then their man at home isn't, I think a woman puts a lot in that man. You feel what? I don't know if that really is answering the question, but I think a lot of women also feel like, I've been with this man for 7 years. I've been committed to this man for 7 years. She naturally starts to lose herself in that individual. But I think if that man is not doing, like, because y'all have heard it. I'm going to get into the chat, guys. Sorry. Y'all have heard it before. A lot of women feel like after they get married, and men feel that way too, that, my woman no longer does the things that she used to do. I think you got to keep the relationship hot and fresh because, like I said, me personally, and I'm not saying it as though I think I'm all that or I have a big head. I leave the house, men talk to me or try to get my number. I go to work, men try to get my number. So I think you have to somewhat appreciate each other in the house or in the marriage. Some people have personality and social disorders. It might be impossible for them to be infection. It might be impossible. So I think that goes back to what Proud to be a Simp says, like, if you know thyself, if you know early on, I'm not talking about at 17, I think it's really impossible for you to know what you seek in a relationship. But if we're talking about someone 25, 26, 27, you should know what you look for in a relationship. Therefore, if your partner's not doing it, you're aware early on to where you can have that conversation. Just like me personally. Let me read what you're saying because that's where I was going to go. Think about physical fitness. Americans will shame a husband for buying his wife a gym membership or exercise equipment. Lots of men watch their wives get fat on purpose. And I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But I also believe, like me personally, let's say I'm not with my husband. Y'all know I like to work out. I personally would not be with a guy that's really big. Me personally, because I've lost a lot of weight. And I feel like if I got with a big guy, it would be really hard. Like, I would gain weight naturally. You feel me? That's how I feel. But I also feel like I agree with what you're saying, Sha. A lot of men, they want their woman to gain weight because they want to feel like I'm stuck with you. You feel me? Like, they want to feel like you're fat. Who's going to want you? You feel me? It's like very selfish. But I'm saying, like, from the jump, when it comes to you saying that you want an affectionate woman, right? Me, I don't want a guy that's big because I feel like I lost weight. I don't want to gain weight. And it's hard to change people's mindsets. Like, I'm not going to tell a guy, oh, yeah, and like, we can start going to the gym together. No, because I just feel like fitness is important to me. Personally, I would not get with a big guy because I feel like I went through a lot to lose weight. And I'm not going to change anybody. Like, come as you are. But I know from the jump, if you're slightly bigger than what I typically go for, it's going to be really hard for me to persuade you to lose weight. It's not my job to persuade you to lose weight. My job is to worry about me. And that goes back to what Proud to be a Simp says, like, you have to be comfortable with thyself. Now that I can agree upon, Nathan, boy, I turn no kids allowed in here. So if you're in here being a kid or you're an adult talking like that, I'm going to pray for you, baby. No, a woman is submissive or she's not. I would tell a man, find out who his father is, because 9 times out of 10, who she's going to compare you to. Amen. I'm proud to be a simp. We talked about that. I've only met a handful of women who are leaders, and I'm proud to follow military. Most women should be submissive, though. And I agree with you. Like when we talked about McDonald's, we talked about how there's certain men that you would think a man would be a boss. That's what society has told us. But I've also worked with women that y'all hit the like button if y'all like topics like this. I'm sorry my mic went out. Let's try it again, guys. Let me know if it's gonna work, man. Let me know. James in the building, hands to the ceiling. Let me know if this mic. That makes me mad. But let me tell y'all what I was gonna say. Thank you guys for the update. That's what I'm saying though. Everybody is for everybody. Not everybody is for everybody. Like back to that big guy topic. I personally wouldn't be with a bigger guy, but there's some women who like bigger guys. Boom, bam. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. So back to the topic, I worked with women that weren't natural leaders. Like I believe some people have the gift to be leaders. Some people don't have the gift to be leaders. I'm not saying, but you would expect a man to be a leader. But if he's not leading, someone has to step in. Or you guys could agree to disagree. But a guy will go through that with a big girl. What do you mean by that, Sha? You seem complicated to deal with. Drew, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I wish I cared what people think about me. That would make this conversation a little different, but I don't care. He looks inside and looks deeper than the weight. But I think a lot of men, like I've heard it before. I was telling my husband, I'm not trying to put my business out there, but I was telling him when we were talking about the guy, the African guy I met before him, I told him that he told me he loved me. He told me he wanted to have my babies. Every guy I've ever dealt with has told me, I love you first. Besides, I told my husband I love him first. I love you. I want you to have my kids. A lot of men feel like if they have a kid with you, they can trap you. A lot of men even have that kind of mind frame. So it wouldn't be surprising to me that a man would want a woman to gain weight so he can trap her in a sense. You feel me? Starseed in the building. Women not put here to be a leader. That's your personal opinion, Drew, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you letting me know that. Some women are meant to be leaders. I'm meant to be a leader. Every job I've had, I've been offered a leader position, and it's because I'm able to problem solve. I can solve problems. So I'm not saying every woman is meant to be a leader, but I know personally, I'm meant to lead. Even though I'm not a manager at Amazon, Amazon's given me opportunity to be a leader. I choose not to be a leader because I'm trying to take my channel to a different level. So, yeah, like Robin, like, yeah, I understand that I'm a leader. Some people don't get it. Like, and the best thing I can say is, I've talked about it. I don't know if you guys just pulled up. Thank you for being here. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe if you like this topic and you plan on pulling back, plan on pulling up. But I've talked about that. I've dated a guy and he would get mad that I would lead, and he would say stuff like, and I feel like if you're talking like this, something ain't clicking. But my mind wants to believe that every man should be a leader. But if I have to tell you what to do, or this needs to be done, that needs to be done, you're not leading. And the best way I said it, I just said it. If I'm at work, I'm at McDonald's, which I'm not there anymore. But if I'm a manager, what would it mean if my boss was like, Natalie, are you going to clock in? A bus is here. Are you going to clock in? A bus is here. As a leader, you need to know when to lead. You don't need someone to tell you to come up here and lead. You need to do this. You need to do that. As a leader, you naturally know to lead. So that boyfriend telling me I'm a leader. I'm a leader. Like I should be the natural leader. No, you're operating out of ego. You think just because you were born a man that you should lead. Show me you can lead. Therefore, I don't have to step on your toes. So that's all I got for you guys. No mic. My bad, y'all. Woman, you got to show me something different, baby. You can't just come to me and saying I'm a man, I'm supposed to lead. You got to show me that I can trust you. I've struggled with my weight throughout my whole life, but once I've had a huge health scare. It made me push myself to lose weight. Proud of you, Warren, bruh. Proud of you. I talked about it before. For me, face card's always been valid, but I remember one day what motivated me to lose weight. I didn't know. I went to go to Walmart. I went to go to the fitting room. I tried on something. I was like, dang, am I really that big? I didn't know I was that big. So that's what motivated me to lose weight. Only thing I can really hate is religious women when they try to make you become a part of their religious system and know that they haven't studied a damn thing. I'm learning to take most of it though. Yeah, that's what I said earlier, man. It's kind of hard, like it depends, but to date outside your race because a lot of different religions already have their belief system and they may be completely different from yours. At least that's what I've gone through. What happened? Don't want him to look better for reasons. They don't want him to look better for people to think that they can do better. Why is he with her? Men don't think like that at all. That's how women think. I see it all the time. They don't want him to look better. They don't want the man to look better than her. For people to think he can do better. Yeah, I just think some men are okay with their woman gaining weight because they feel like nobody's going to want her. Just the same as men who try to trap women into thinking have my baby. They think they can trap her and nobody will want her. You feel what I'm saying? Jacqueline in the building, hands to the ceiling. My mic went out, Jacqueline. What did we say we were going to call you Jackie yesterday? Why are some men rude? Why are men saying rude things in this chat when they don't? Because they don't agree. Like I got into a big argument. Like I think a lot of people, what's not real shot? Let me know, baby. I don't know. My mind goes really fast. 7,500 in the building. I don't know, man. I think they want us to be submissive. Robin, like men need desire. And you'll find a woman that will desire you. I think that my man knows I desire him. He knows that I care about him. Therefore, he doesn't. A lot of men don't. Maybe some men don't know that. But I think that goes back to self-love too. Like I think sometimes if a man, Robin, I'm going to get back into it. Then I got to get ready for work, y'all. That's why I scheduled my lives later because I was like, man, I was going too hard in this pain. I think it goes back to self-love. If a lot of men want 5 or 6 wives or girlfriends, they want to feel desired. You feel me? They want other women to seek whatever that they're looking for, self-love or whatever. They're suffering somewhere internally. So that being said, Robin, I got into this big Facebook argument because there's a guy. And this shit keeps going on and on. Oh my God, now I don't even answer anymore. There's like a podcaster that interviews people in Miami. And he interviewed this guy that said, he asked the guy, he said, is it okay for a woman to wear short shorts? And the guy he interviewed said, no, my woman must obey me and this and that. And like the way I see it is I would never wear short shorts in public. But for a man to say, obey me, I don't know. Obey to me is not in my vocabulary. And when I think of obey, like I got some cats behind me. I would expect my cats to obey me. But if you're asking a woman to obey you, I just don't think, to me, I don't know. Maybe he said the wrong word. So I said that in the topic. And then all these men are like, oh, it's in the Bible they need to obey. Listen, I'm not saying by all means necessary that I would ever wear short shorts in public in public, me having a man, I think that's disrespectful. But I think you should have that conversation with your woman and say, look, I think it's disrespectful that you feel the need of going out here in these short shorts. But to say obey me, I don't know, man. That's just not in my vocabulary. But anyway, like I said, every time I get on Facebook, they didn't roast at me because they feel like they'll say like, I think she should. Like, but I don't think, I don't know. I don't think obey is a perfect word for me, but maybe, like I said, only time I've said obey this year, here we are in October, is when I'm referencing what this guy says. And I get it. Different people might have different vocabulary, but I think a lot of men just feel like this topic makes me think, I don't know. It makes me think, just the Facebook topic makes me think that men feel like women, that they should be submissive. A wise man taught me that the environment determines a woman's behavior, but they take away the jobs, they take away the bank precept, believe you, military submissive. And my bad, proud to be sim. I'm reading what Jackie said underneath you. Believe military submissive is going to be obedience. And that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, we talked about it. I am a leader. I'm a natural leader. So to tell me to obey you, I get it. At the end of the day, I would never wear short shorts in public. Like, I've been at Amazon for 6 years. I've never walked in. This is a warehouse. Right now I'm in Tampa. It's hot, right? But I know that I have a body on me. I already get stares, right? I already get stares without the short shorts. So out of the respect of my man, I would never do it. But like, if he came to me like, you need to obey me, no. Like, I just think the terminology I would have chosen to use is, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to wear short shorts if you're in a relationship, because that's grabbing unwanted attention. I already get the attention. I talked about it yesterday, I think. The way people stare at me, people stare at my thighs, they stare at my cakes. I would not want my man to feel uncomfortable. And then I work night shift. So I've talked about going into gas stations if I don't have my lunch, and how 2 o'clock in the morning people stare at me, right? I don't ever want to put myself in disrespect. And like, I don't want it, like, and that's the thing, my man's not going to be with me 365. I think you wearing short shorts put you in a category when something can happen. You don't know people's intentions. You don't. You feel me? People feel like you wearing short shorts, you want that kind of attention. But to use the word, I want my woman to obey me, I don't know. Like I said, maybe he used the wrong terminology, but me personally, I've never used obey. You feel me? If I tell a woman that wearing short shorts outside is disrespectful, that's not my woman. She needs to go back to her mother and get trained. Exactly. But I was never, me personally, my mom wasn't out there in them streets like that, y'all. My mom wasn't. I'm like, a lot of people tell me that they think I'm etiquette. I don't be twerking. I don't do all that. That's just not my typical. I don't know what you want to call it, bruh. So you sound like a typical woman. Shaking my head. What do I sound like? I don't know why it rubs y'all the wrong way. No. How would y'all feel if y'all had someone tell y'all, obey me, obey me? I don't have a PS5 because, Sam, I'm typically on YouTube, bruh. But you can subscribe and like if y'all feel like y'all want to come back and y'all like topics like this. I'm not trying to be argumentative. I'm just telling you from my perspective, right? But like I said, this is an ongoing Facebook feud. People are still commenting on this, like, biblical terms said this, and I get it. I respect my man enough to not wear short shorts, but for my man to tell me to obey him, like, come on, bruh. Like, I am my own person. You feel me? So to tell me to obey you, that's something people tell their animals. You feel me? Like, I have enough respect for you to not put you in a situation for you to feel uncomfortable. No one wants to hear, hey, man, I saw your wife out there with these short shorts on. Nobody wants to hear conversations like that. I'm going to respect you enough to where I'm not gonna. I feel like short shorts are people who are maybe craving attention, that want someone to look at them, but I've never been that woman that I crave attention. And like I said, people are going to be like, Natalie, you're on YouTube, your face is on YouTube every single day, but at the end of the day, I'm not showing my body. Y'all don't see what my body looks like right now. I want y'all to hear what I'm coming from. I want you to hear my voice. So at the end of the day, I would never disrespect my man by wearing short shorts, but I don't agree with that terminology. Obey me, obey. I don't need to obey nobody. I'm going to be respectful. I can respect you, but obey, I'm not your property, bruh. I'm your wife. I can be your girlfriend, but obey, I think it's something that you say to your property. I'm not your property. Like, and if she doesn't agree with you, maybe like then in the relationship, but I just don't think obey is the correct terminology. Oh man, I know I missed some of the chat up here. I'm done dating. I lost trust in relationships, and I understand it's hard to date. Who wants to? Come on, man. Like when you like, I don't know. Maybe it's me because I'm in that Disney era kid, 80s baby. Like I didn't see commercials talking about Cinderella's looking for Prince Charming. You know, like she's got to obey him. That would not even make me want to get married if I saw in Cinderella married Prince Charming and she obeyed him the rest of her life. Bro, that would make me say, like, you know what? I don't want a marriage. I don't want a relationship. So, yeah. I need a woman in the gym, preferably a plus if she knows martial arts. Yeah, like that's what I like. I like my man in the gym. I just feel like y'all have to have some kind of thank you, Kevin Richardson. Y'all make sure y'all make sure you're subscribed. I'm about to dip out for real, because now I have to be at work in like 2 hours. I just wanted to hop on here a little later. This might be my new time. I don't know. I'm not disagreeing with what y'all saying. I'm just telling y'all from my perspective. It's okay to respect your man, but obey, to me, I think it's far-fetched word, far-fetched terminology. Respect is all you need in a healthy relationship. You don't need her to obey you. Like, bruh, I don't know, man. Like, I believe in obeying the law. You feel me? But I'm not your property. I don't know, man. Maybe that's how I feel. Robin Stewart. If that's is true, Miss Curry wouldn't be doing what she's doing. Michelle Obama wouldn't be disrespecting Obama. Jada Pinkett was the issue. Western world culture. Get some rest. Yeah, I'm up for today. Do you obey your manager? I listen. I listen to my manager. I don't obey them. Like it's a choice. You feel me? They'll ask me, Natalie. They tell me one day, like I worked my butt off that day. And then they have this section where you go and get carts outside. They asked us like, oh, you want to go get them? I clocked out. You ain't gonna get, oh, I get it. I'm supposed to work here, but I'm not gonna, you feel me? I'm not gonna do all that. What if a man's obedient to Christ? That's Christ. That's a whole different subject. I obey the Lord. That's different. I'm not gonna obey the marriage, especially like if I'm saying it's the same terminology. Respecting my man. I respect my man to the point where I wouldn't cheat on him. I would never step outside of my marriage. I wouldn't wear short shorts. But to tell me to obey what you're saying, I have a daddy. I obey my daddy. You feel me? But I'm not gonna as a kid. Here I am, almost 40 years old. If you're gonna tell me to obey my husband, come on, man. I just think I think people who are stuck on this subject, y'all need some kind of validation. You feel me? You have some kind of lack of power in your mind that you want your woman to be so submissive. Like I've talked about this in the beginning of this story, bruh. Let's say, then I gotta get ready to go, for real. I respect my man. I'm not gonna obey him. Let's say listen. True story. Listen, and then y'all can tell me, because I know this is where things going to get interesting when I lay this out. Robin, listen to me. Listen. Y'all listen. Listen. During this time, real life story. Make sure y'all like, make sure you subscribe. If y'all feel like I'm an angry black woman on a rant or whatever y'all want to say. Listen. During COVID, right, I decided to work at Amazon, right? My husband told me he wanted me not to work, right? He told me he didn't want me to work. He wanted me to stay at home. He wanted me to be, whatever. But something happened, and I can't remember. Maybe we got into an argument where I was like, man, I need to work. Listen. So my husband went to Cuba. Like, I started at Amazon right February of 2016, and then boom, COVID happened at 29, whatever. But my husband went straight to Cuba and got locked down in the country. Keep in mind, he wanted me not to work. Keep that in mind, right? When he went to Cuba, he was paying basically a lot of the bills, whatever we were doing, joint splitting everything. But what if I would have obeyed him, right? And not got a job? He went to Cuba for 1 year. Y'all know jobs were not hiring during COVID. If I would have obeyed him and listened to him and not worked, where would me and my kids be? On the streets. So y'all keep saying obey in this and obey your man. What if I would have obeyed him when he told me not to work? Where would I have been at? Because car payment was due, rent was due, right? What if I just would have obeyed him and listened? What would have happened then? Huh? Because y'all keep saying obey your man, listen, obey, whatever. What would have happened then? Let me tell you what would have happened. I would have been on the streets. No jobs were hiring during COVID. Everybody was scared to hire people. It was that jobs were not hiring. So if I would have obeyed him and not listened and stayed home, I would have been looking dumb. Because my landlord, you should have, no, I shouldn't have, because I'm not Cuban. I'm not Cuban. I don't have a passport. See, that's where y'all start coming in with all these different, well, you should have, no, we're talking about the black and white facts. Y'all telling me to be submissive and obey my man and listen to whatever he has to say. But at the end of the day, if I would have obeyed him, I would have been out on the streets in Kentucky. Now y'all all leaving because y'all don't have an answer for it, bruh. Like, I respect your decision. That's a perfect world, me staying at home and being a full-time mom. But I made the decision to disagree, and it helped me. Now I'm in Tampa, still with Amazon. Tampa's cost of living is ridiculous. Like, so that's what I say, that I think, like, you can't obey all the time. You can't obey all the time. Like, I respect your decision, and I'm going to respect you as my man. I'm going to respect you as my husband. But I can't, come on, bro. Like I said, I'm a natural leader. And it wound up paying off. Like, even if I obeyed and I was submissive all the time, when he was in Cuba, I never got evicted. And I'm paying for car payment. Because I knew, like, I have a leadership mentality. During that time, I was working 60 hours a week to keep food on the table for me and my kids while he was in Cuba and it couldn't come back. And if I would have obeyed him, what would have happened? Where y'all at now? Y'all ain't saying nothing in the chat. Like, I'm confused. I'm going to respect you. I'm a respectful individual, but I'm not going to, like, put myself in a situation where, come on, man. Oh, no. I don't know. Where Robin at? Robin was like, preach, sister. Where y'all at? But people only pay unless they are getting paid. That goes for men and women. Yeah, I just don't agree. I don't like that terminology, obey. I expect my dog to obey me if I throw a stick and say fetch. But that being said, come on, man. Mia, I turned on no children allowed in here. Are you a child or are you an adult acting like that? Let me know. Because if you're an adult, baby, I'm going to pray for you. But I turned off kids because I expect no kid tendencies in here. My daughter's in her room, bruh. Like, I don't have my daughter on this live. So I say you use wisdom. It was exactly. And that's the thing. A lot of men want submissive women. Like, you can't want a woman to be 95% submissive. What? Let's say we agreed that I was going to work, right? And I just said, oh, I'm just going to work my 40 hours. You feel me? Some submissive women don't know how to think because they're so used to someone controlling them. You feel me? I knew I needed to make as much money as I possibly could. During COVID, I also took my kids to New York. I never was evicted. I had all my bills on. I never had my services interrupted because I have a leadership mentality. So a lot of men who want a submissive woman, I'm telling you, that lady she would have lost her job. She would have been evicted. One or the other. Like, I don't know, man. I'm a leader by heart. So for those saying like only men are leaders, like, no, I don't agree with that, man. All due respect, I respect your answer, but I personally don't agree with that. Me personally. I said you use wisdom. It was a good decision. My dog not only pays me, I feed him. Yeah, so like when these people are on Facebook, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't bother me at the end of the day. Like, I no longer respond back to them guys, but that's just my mind frame. You could say whatever. I'm a masculine woman, whatever you need to, and I agree. I am whatever you say I am. At the end of the day, whatever the situation I chose to do, it worked. I decided before COVID to get a job. I kept that job, and it allowed me during COVID not to have my car repossessed, not to be evicted. It allowed me I wanted my kids to go to New York. We always wanted to go to New York. I went to New York. And it's because I chose to be, I know what you call it, like a leader. I'm a leader. I don't need to obey anybody, bro, but the Lord, but the laws. I'm not going to sit here and obey a man. Come on, man. The same men that want you to obey them with the same men who will cheat on you. So, like, no, I'm good. Show me that I should obey you. I take a athletic martial arts woman that is spiritual. Hey, man, more power to you. Proud to be a sip. I hope you can find her, bro. I wasn't in martial arts. I like to work out. As you can see, the weights behind me. Women today are like men. It's a survival instinct. It is what it is. It's not a woman our fathers of old knew. If you say so, one cup. Because that's the time I got. Hopefully, y'all won't twist this up and think something else, man. I feel like the more times I go on here live, the more realer and realer I'm getting. Maybe it's me from being so tired, but I appreciate you guys pulling up. I always try to have substance behind the message. Today's substance is have a strong woman. You don't know if you're going to get locked up tomorrow. You want a woman that's going to be able to flip the payments on the car, the house, not be evicted when you get out. So don't shade women who are, a lot of women, like I said, me personally, I'm so independent because I've been put in situations where someone said you can rely on me for this, and then push come to serve, guess what? Now I can't rely on them. That's why independent women are this way. So for one cup to say women are more like men, it's because I feel like men have put those women in situations where they needed them for something. They told them like, hey, I can help you when it comes to this, and then they fumbled the ball. Yes! Epi in the building. I'm about to dip out, bruh. Sup, cool? I think I'm gonna mod you up on here. But yeah, that's why women are independent. Don't blame it on, I mean, I came from, like, one time I did a short talking about something, and people were quick to say, oh, she didn't have her dad. My dad raised me, baby. My dad raised me. I had my dad in my life. Like, that's what makes me look for a strong man, because my dad implemented it in me naturally to, like, if I didn't have my dad to show me what he was like, I would have fell for anybody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I look for a strong man because of my dad. So don't jump on here and say she don't got her daddy. People didn't say that because I'm so outspoken. My dad was in my life. My mom was in my life. Like, I just, they sold me a dream. Because I'm about to, like I said, all you have to do is pay someone and they would obey. My team listens and follows me because I signed them checks. If I didn't, they wouldn't have baked. I agree with you on it, Anthony. Are you still want to live in New York? Then I stayed there for a while. Back and forth, I couldn't do it. Yeah, I love New York, but I don't like winter time. That's one reason why I moved away from Kentucky. Like, we get really bad winters. Like, temperature wise, it snows in Kentucky. So that's why I moved to Tampa. But guys, I really, really, really gotta go. I appreciate you guys pulling up. Make sure you turn your notifications on if you subscribe today, because I go live randomly. This might be my time, because I'm gonna start going live, because y'all showed out for one. I appreciate y'all being here. Not only that, like, I work night shifts, so me going live at like 9 o'clock in the morning, I don't know, bruh. I don't think it's, I'm breaking my sleep schedule in order to do it. So let me just stay on night shift because I'm on night shift. But I appreciate you guys being in here. I appreciate your opinions. I appreciate the feedback. 500 donations from 200, from 200. What's that mean? But guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you like this kind of content, I will be going live the whole entire month of October for Nattober. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys, man. I hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this live. It was a little, for this to be not a topic, I appreciate y'all pulling up. And this is why I tell every man when they date a woman, find out who the father is, because yes, I remember you saying that. I pinned that last time. But guys, I'll be live tomorrow. I love you. I miss you. I got to get ready for work at Amazon.